Just the guy sitting here.
Thank you for having me and inviting me into your home and learning about your life. I've always said to you that your life would make a great book someday. And this is not going to be a book probably, but hopefully the members will enjoy this at Timuquana and can get a glimpse into your very interesting history. So start us off with your full name and your date of birth and where you were born.
Well, when you say my full name, that's Basil Arthur Grubbs, but I have gone ever since I can remember by B.A. Grubbs, to shorten away from that long nomenclature, and it's made life a lot easier than going through with Basil Arthur through school and a whole ball of wax. But I was born in Roanoke, Virginia, and grew up there. Went through junior high and high school there. Went away to college at Berea College in Berea, Kentucky. And
Who introduced you to tennis, Dad?
What's that?
Who introduced you to tennis?
My father introduced me to tennis. He had played it as an adult himself and wanted me to learn the game. I'd like to have you go up as my assistant at that club if you'd like to this summer. So I said, hey, sounds great to me. And I said, let me check with my parents and see if it's all right. So I did, and we went up to Seal Harbor, Maine, which was a beautiful little community, about 8,000 people that was located there, and it was a beautiful club where some very wealthy people, such the whole Rockefeller family, the whole Ford family, the whole McCormick family, and people of considerable wealth in this country would take their summer vacation.
It's 1996. For more than 2 decades, B.A. Grubbs of Jacksonville has served the Florida section on numerous USTA and sectional committees. He also enjoyed a successful 2-year stint as president of the Florida section from 1984 to 1985. During his presidency, he established symbiotic relationships with professional tennis organizations such as the USPTA, USPTR, and the Nick Voluntary Tennis Academy. In the 1980s, when the USTA's Education and Research Committee was selecting which 2 sections would launch a pilot school program, Grubbs' winning presentation earned Florida the right to implement that program.
Get me kind of emotional.
Oh, Dad, those are such wonderful things. And this plaque is at the new home of Florida Tennis, which is next to the new home of USTA's national campus in Orlando.
Huh.
And that's where I was at the new USTA Florida offices, and it is up on the wall. It's a Hall of Fame wall. And that's where this plaque is with your picture.
Wow.
So,
Boy, I'm glad you happened to be here this week. You're bringing back memories.
right. So, yeah, you had a lot to do of merging the professional tennis world and USTA and USTA Florida, because prior to that, it was a little combative, and you brought them together.
You're exactly right. You bring it back. That was amateur tennis and professional tennis. Professional tennis had always look down of these people out here that are doing Mickey Mouse things or whatever they're doing. We don't know what you're doing, but anyway, just as Dana has brought out, it was a step to bring amateur tennis in this state to a level that it never seen.
Well, since I have the two of you on the couch, can you talk about how tennis influenced the way you were a parent and instilled tennis into your children?
It was a sport I loved so much that I wanted to see my children, but I didn't have a boy, which normally you would think of, hey, that's who's playing tennis. So, hey, I had a daughter that I thought I could pick on and make her a part of the learning experience. So I asked Dana if she would like to learn how to play tennis, and she said yes, she would. And so I started hitting and giving lessons to her, and she picked up very quickly. She was very talented and learned herself, and then played on her high school team, which was at Bowles School. She played on the team, and then went on to the University of Georgia, where was their ladies team.
Yes, there was a ladies team there.
And the ladies team, and so she played number one on the ladies team.
Not quite number one, but I appreciate your confidence in me.
Yeah. This is my daughter here.
That was when we played in the Equitable, and we won our section, and that's when they sent us to New York to play at the US Open. It was the Equitable Insurance put on a tournament nationwide, did just like the USTA, had it broken down to 16 sections, and so Florida being its own section, you and I played two different tournaments.
To win here, to represent Florida.
And so then the Equitable Insurance then flew you to New York. We stayed at the Waldorf Astoria, and then we played a national tournament on the grounds. At that point, it was at Forest Hills.
Tennis has grown and been more a part of the club. Back in the early days, it was all golf, and all major country clubs had a golf course, and tennis was just coming along then and building, but now tennis has its own representatives or group of people.
What do you think tennis as a sport has taught you about yourself?
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, good question. I think it has taught me that anything that you really want is worth working for. I never had any lessons in my case as a kid. Today, most kids, as they play, and if they have ability, their parents will turn them over to a pro who teaches them and so forth. I never did have a lesson as I was growing up, so it can't be done without that.
But we want them all to go to Timaquana.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to talk to the Timaquana membership.
Yeah.
Membership, and that's a rather select club. They select the people that come into it. But but know that so that today all significant clubs in the country are going to have tennis as one of their major activities, because it's something both men and women can play, and it's something that you can start at a young age, you can develop with, you can continue to be an old man and still be playing. And I'm up in my 80s now, and I'm still playing.
Did you ever think that would be you?
No, never imagined.
Even playing today.